Welcome back to the Georgia Elite Classic. Got the 8th grade coming up. I'm Najeh Wilkins with the great Rusty Mansell.
I don't know about that, but the alive Rusty Mansell. I'm alive after 3 days.
Yes, sir. What are you most looking forward to in this game, Rusty? You're getting a lot of buzz about some of these players. I think for me, it's number 72 for the gold. Bryson Hurst got to see him, and it's a different breed. But what stands out to you, Rusty?
I tell you, the thing as a package, as a whole, and recruiting is sped up so much. I think when people see the size of these 8th graders, they'll be like, wait a minute, what's going on? Because I'm telling you, we could do a 30-minute show right now on about 20 players, but there's a lot of very talented kids. I think people are going to be very impressed with the size and the athleticism of these 8th graders.
Yeah, 100%. I got to see their practice, and a lot of guys that are very impressive. Number 75, Merrick Ham, called very intelligent player, very physical. One of those guys I got my eye on. It got to be the quarterback athlete for the blue team. Tristan Robinson got some buzz. Chad Simmons, who was here earlier this week, talked about him. Plays 4 sports, Rusty, and just a guy. You can just give him the ball in space. Could do anything. Could play QB, wide receiver, linebacker, and safety. Very humble kid, very impressive.
Yeah, and the quarterback play obviously is going to be, there's going to be some guys. I think some of the theme today too is going to be Washington County. Robert Edwards, head coach of Washington County, he called me about 2 months ago. He said, "Listen, Rusty, we got to help get our kids some exposure. They were middle school champs. They were undefeated down here, and he brought up I think 8 or 9 kids that are playing here as well. So." When you look at the blue team today, as we get going, there'll be you'll start seeing a lot of those WCs to be Washington County, including his son to be one of those. But I'm just overall excited about this event, and it starts today, really for me, with this 8th grade game. And we look at this, Najee, and a year from now, it's crazy as it sounds, these kids will be getting recruited.
Yes,
they'll be going to college campuses and going to games, and there'll be kids right now on this field as we see tonight in the 9th grade game. 1 year ago, they were doing this. Now, 15 or 20 of them have offers.
And to go back to your point just real quick, Christian Peque Hunter played in this game last year, and we see what he's able to do in his first year with Milton, being able to win that state championship and a heavily coveted and recruited player.
Yep. We talked about we'll get into it, but another example is Cole Crawford, is the 2027 linebacker. Cartersville's picked up offers, I think, from Louisville, South Florida, a few others. He'll be in this game as well later in the day. But interested in the quarterback play, you're going to see some kids. Bodie Spence, his dad, is the offensive coordinator over at East Paulding. Van Spence, former head coach. He coached Smile Munden at Paulding County, so I've known him for a while. A.J. Davis, Knox Westmoreland, those guys. Got a lot of quarterbacks. Going to be excited to watch today.
Can't wait, but we're going to go ahead and go to break, guys, and get the full detail about some of these players, and we'll be back on the other side.
How would you like to do something really different 1 weekend a month?
Charlie 22, this is Charlie 21.
Thank you, Sergeant.
If you've got what it takes, come join us.
To learn more about the State Defense Force, go to georgiavolunteer.com.
From the baseline to the sideline, the best live sports from Atlanta and beyond are on Peachtree Sports Network. The biggest plays, the instant classics, and the next rising stars are right here on Peachtree Sports Network, your home for live local sports.
Oh my gosh!
World Chase Tag is the Pro League tournament for the planet's most intense new game, which takes the art of being hunted down to a whole new level. It is relentless and fiercely intense, with a chaser having just 20 seconds to get a hand on an invader.
He's done it! He has done it!
And there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Tuesdays at 7 on Peachtree Sports Network. The Georgia Elite Classic is presented by BSN Sports, the heart of the game, serving athletes, coaches, and fans for over 50 years.
Welcome back to the Georgia Elite Classic. Tip-off about to happen shortly here. We are very excited. Will be a good one. Joined with the great Rusty Mansell, as I said. But can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. 8th grade guys. Again, a lot of guys you can kind of just keep an eye on. Very, very impressive. We mentioned Tristan Robinson. We mentioned Bryson Hurst. Another guy that was getting some buzz is from River Ridge as well. Cameron Middleton, he's going to be a guy to watch for in this one. Very impressive defensive end as well.
Yeah, I'm interested in the right tackle out of Milton on the blue team. Joshua Evans, I think is his name. And I tell you, man, I try not to put too much on these kids early on, but Najeh, I've been doing this a long time, and those are God-given feet, if I could say that, because this kid, even some of these guys that on this staff that have played in the NFL, pulled me to the side and said, that kid is different now. Wow. So you'll see him today, and be interested to watch how he plays. But yeah, a lot of good talent. I like the variety of schools. John Millage, Lassiter, Temple, those things. It's cold now.
Yes, it definitely is. It got a little bit warmer from the first game. It was 39 degrees. It is 42 degrees. Game time weather presented by Georgia's Rome. About a 9 miles per hour wind, and then cloudy forecast. So.
As long as it doesn't rain, we're good. We had a couple years ago, we had this thing down in McEachern, and then it was raining pretty good. But these are young kids; they're excited, and you see the crowd there trickling in. I think I.J. Rosenberg told me earlier today we're expecting over 2,000 people to come through the gates and see my hometown in the background there in Rome, Georgia. And it's been a great 3 days here, and certainly happy that our city helped put this on. And there's Robert Edwards there. You see him, and he's having fun coaching his kids. And one of his college teammates from the University of Georgia, Brandon Talbert, is helping out on the defense. And 2 NFL guys. You see that? Hey, I told those parents earlier, nobody's going to tell you don't love your kids, because you're sitting out here in this today. You see those parents are bundled up. But
yes, they are.
Yeah, so everybody's here. Everybody's excited. And, again, look forward to it as we kick this 8th grade game off.
Yes, and Rusty, I got another kid from Rome that I think might catch your eye. Tylen Simpson, wide receiver DB, small in size but brings a lot of physicality. Very good athlete on both sides of the ball. Good at making adjustment. Really impressed the coaches. That's going to be a kid I think coming up in Rome that could be very impressive for years to come.
Got a couple of changes there, and we'll get. But when you look at Joshua Evans, correct, he'll be 55, and Keenan Wansley will be 22. Both of those are 2 players from Milton, so we'll get those corrected today as we go on. And sharp uniforms, man. BSN Sports stepped in, and new jerseys for the players, done a great job with that. Kids have loved those.
Yeah, they've done a great job. I'm pretty sure a lot of the kids are going to be begging their parents, hey, can I please purchase this jersey?
I had the kids that played last year was like, hey, man, can we get one from last year?
I'm telling you, they love it. I mean, just do a great job of putting this whole event together. The hoodies, the beanies, now the jerseys. I mean, it's a great just event for exposure and to spend time with kids.
Like a bowl game. It's like a little bowl game.
Yeah, it is.
For high school kids and middle school kids. So
100%.
See who's starting it. I think it's going to be Bodie Spence going to be a quarterback here for the blue team. He's going to be out of East Paulding. Been impressed with him this week. Already 6-foot kid in the 8th grade.
Here's on the handoff. Nice pursuit right there. It's big number 55. It's Christian Williams from North Cobb with a big stop right there.
Tell you what, I saw him and his mother check in. He was ready to go when he got here. He was ready to hit somebody at check-in line. I said, hey, man, I know y'all just won the middle school championship. You got to pipe it down. It didn't take him long to make an impact in this game.
It certainly did not. And that goal defensive line looks very, very impressive. We got obviously Bryson Hurst on the other side, so might be tough sledding to start. We'll see kind of how it goes running the ball, but it's going to be 2nd and 10. Initial carry is Rylan Jenkins, backfield. You get a quick throw, but it is dropped. That's number 10. That's going to be a Kamaje Johnson from Washington County. Dropped the initial catch, going to set up a 3rd down.
Yeah, I saw a little bit this morning, a few drops out of the 7th grade kids, and didn't really see that during the week. And listen, it's cold and it's early, and you're on TV for the first time. You get those
jitters.
Those jitters out.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. All right, so 3rd and 10 for Bodie Spence. Back to snap. Steps up. And there's another one, a TFL right there, as you said, Rusty. He was ready. He was ready.
Look at him. I'm telling you, he was ready to hit somebody at registration. Good job by Spencer climbing the pocket, but pursuit there by Williams. Man, got his money's worth already.
He surely did.
No, Shane Queen likes to see that out of his young players. A lot of talk about that North Cobb Middle School team won the championship in that area, and I talked with Cartersville. They beat them the first game, and then for the championship, North Cobb beat them. So two programs with a lot of talent coming up. It's going to be Cartersville and North Cobb out of this 8th grade bunch.
Yeah, they're going to be exciting to watch, especially in a few years.
Great punt. Wow.
Yeah, great punt right there for the Blue. It looks like Gold is going to take over at about the 26-yard line.
See who they go with first at quarterback. We rotate quarterbacks every series, and that's just part of being this all-star game. They can do what they need to do in the fourth quarter, but we want to make sure everybody gets share of their snaps. Look, they're going to go with Trace Hawkins out of Calhoun, and speaking with a lot of people up there, a lot of buzz about that young man.
Yes, it is. He's a day 2 standout performer. Can really sling the football. Got to see him a little bit in practice, and he can definitely go.
It's amazing how much they pick up and how much they're able to put in basically 3 practices.
Insane. I was really impressed with 7th grade, just the tackling and how good the coaching was.
Tackling for sure.
My goodness.
Yes.
All right, here's Hawkins back to snap. He's going to look deep. Finds his target. Big time gain right there.
Kevin Hughes.
Kevin Hughes.
Yeah, look at that. What a throw by Hawkins right off the bat. They go post route, and he puts one on the money.
Yes, he did. That's Trey Hawkins, dual threat, starting quarterback for the 8th grade Gold. Presented by the Gwinnett Sheriff's Office. 1st and 10, and they go pretty quickly here, Rusty.
Yep.
It's a handoff right there. Nice run. That's Colin Pope from Cedartown. Good, about 5 yards on that play.
A lot of buzz out of this young man here at running back, too. Yep, I don't know what they do in Cedartown in the weight room, but whatever they do, it works.
Yes, it does.
21 looks like he could play in the senior game today.
All right, here's Hawkins back to snap. He's looking for it on the outside.
Great coverage there.
That was Ryland Jenkins from Washington County.
What I liked about there, he stayed in.
Nice run right there. That's going to be a 1st down. Nice play design. QB keeper just leaned on the left side of the line and got the 1st down.
I'll tell you something interesting, Najeh, about these two teams. Yesterday, they scrimmaged.
They did.
They did scrimmage, and I thought that was great. But yesterday, the blue team took it to them defensively. I'm not sure if the gold team didn't have a little meeting last night and say, hey, this is what we did, and this is what we didn't do well. So a little coaching adjustment.
Definitely. Here's Hawkins going to his right, looking downfield. He's able to hit. Big time hit right there. Was able to find his target. That's been Christian Edwards.
Big hit there by Desmond James.
Can you see it right here?
Actually, I believe that is Evans, 22. Is that 22 out of Milton?
That would be Wansley.
Wansley.
Yep, Keenan Wansley. Yeah, I got a lot of buzz. Got a photo of him. He was very impressive when I seen him in the scrimmage yesterday. And they're going to hand it to Ezekiel Carter. Nice run up the middle. be able to get a couple yards. Yeah, from what I heard from coaches, Rusty, with the Go team, I heard they wanted to go very vanilla. They didn't want to show a little too much.
How about that? Well, I had dinner last night with a couple of the coaches from Blue, and they're like, hope they weren't hiding because we stoned them pretty good today. Well, guess what? They were hiding some packages.
Yes. All right. It's going to be a first down. Looks like a new back is checked in. That's going to be Trip Chapman from Cartersville.
Yep.
On the carry. Got some good positive yards there on first down.
Yeah, the 8th grade team at Cartersville played in the championship, lost to North Cobb. I believe Calhoun was in that league as well.
And we are in the red zone presented by BSN Sports on the first drive for the Go, doing a good job moving the football. A little bit of mix of run and pass. Here's 2nd and 5. QB keeper right here. Here's Hawkins, able to make the defender miss, but pushed out.
Hawkins on the keeper.
Pushed out by number 10. That's going to be Kamaje Johnson.
He had a busted play there. That's some of the things you're going to see today because the running back goes the wrong way. See, he thought it was going to be lead. Well, the running back went the wrong way. But you're going to see some things like that. That's just going to be, what you don't see is a lot of sloppiness, a lot of offsides, holding, those types of things. These kids are. All that and got it in. I believe the 7th grade team will have to do over on their extra point late in the game, too. Nice job there. Nice drive. We're able to run the football and find find a package there.
And here is the coach resume. Ben Skinner is presented by Sports Turf, 8th grade coach, current offensive coordinator at Greenbrier, also coaches lacrosse, 14 season, coaching overall, previously coached at Putnam County and Warren County.
He was at Putnam County in long time. High school, Georgia high school football legend, Mr. Charles Winslet. Coach Winslet called me and said, hey, look, Ben Skinner will be a great guy for you to have as a coach. And that's when Coach Winslet calls you, that's pretty much all you need to know. And as you bring up Coach Winslet in this stadium, won a state championship right here with West Rome and some of those teams, and talking about some NFL players now. There were some dudes on those fields, but I appreciate the call, Coach Winslet. Sure, you're probably watching somewhere, and don't text me during the middle of the game. But I appreciate you giving this Coach Skinner, and he's done a great job this week.
Yes, he has. And back to kick for the gold. It's a nice fair bounce for the blue. Going to be picked up by Ryland Jenkins.
Ryland Jenkins, Washington County, yep.
And here is the goal scoring summer presented by Georgia Army National Guard. 12 plays, 74 yards. Chew up about 6 minutes of clock and a 4-yard rushing touchdown for Ezekiel Carter. All right, here we go for blue. Les Spence gets it out. Nice job making the defenders miss. They finally able to bring them down.
Great pursuit there by the goal defense.
Yes, it was.
I want to give a little highlight here on 78. That is Will Worthington out of Cedartown. You can see he's got a different helmet, got sent off as well. But Will Worthington's dad is the strength and conditioning coach at Cedartown, and that is the only person that Nick Chubb will work out with. So
in the summer, right?
That's the only one. He comes home every year, and Will has been in that weight room around Nick since he was probably 4 or 5 years old. And now he's an 8th grader, and you can see he's put together a young man. But
he sure is.
His dad, Coach Mike Worthington down in Cedartown, does a great job. And listen, you know, that's who trains all these Cedartown athletes. That's our weight room guy. And but Will certainly is going to make his own name, and excited to have him here today.
I'm sure he's picked up some great habits from him.
He's been around them, man. He's been around those guys since he was probably 4 or 5 years old.
And here's Spence. He steps up, finds his target. Looks like he's going to be hauled in. It's number 17, Jazz Lewis from Chamblee. Good job there from Spence being able to step up in the pocket and find his target.
Throw off platform.
Yes.
He's a coach's kid. You can tell. You know what I mean? He's kind of
Yep.
not rattled in the pocket, steps up, eyes down the field, delivers a good ball, and kind of known Bodie for a while, too. Covered Smile Monday and been around. Look at that. Good job. Just nice touch there.
Yes.
He's going to be they're excited about him in East Paulding. I can tell you that the Bodie Spence he's on the trajectory to be one of those guys that we'll all follow here in a couple years. Now, I don't want to put too much on a young quarterback, but he's got those intangibles. I know, and there's numbers on coaches' kids. You know what I mean? You grow up around that. You grow up in that field house, and you grow up in that film room, and your dad's an offensive coach. You got a little something different about you. Certainly been impressed with Bodie Spence this week.
Yes, certainly. East Paulding also had a great year this season, being able to get into the playoffs. So they did pretty good in a really tough region. Douglas County, Langston Hughes. Obviously, we know it'll change next year, but did a really good job this year.
I tell you what, in the junior game, you're going to see a couple dudes from them. And it starts with Javin Parker, that running back. Man,
that's a dude.
They've got some guys. Coach Hirschfield down at East Paulding, taking that program over. He was a long-time offensive coordinator at Walton, did a great job there. Has really, really done a great job with not the entire program at East Paulding. I think people are going to be impressed with them in the next couple of years, what they've got.
It looks like we got a handoff. It's going to be Jaden Barbie from North Cobb.
Yeah, he probably don't like being on the opposite side of his teammate over there and having Big Williams tackle him there.
No, probably not.
He's like, I've seen enough of this in practice. What got to do it on TV?
And Blue keeps the drive going with the first down.
Trip set.
Here's Bodie. Quick screen, and looks like it's snuffed up pretty good. That is number 2 for the goal.
I know exactly who that is.
Kent.
That is Caden.
That name has been buzzing.
He has been. Now, listen, I don't really cover 6th graders. That's just before my time. But I met that young man when he was in the 6th grade, and he looks, with his helmet on, looks just like Patrick Mahomes. Same haircut. I call him Little Mahomes, but I'm telling you now, ball skills, coverage. He is the real deal. You see him sniff that screen out really
sure
quick.
Did. In a hurry. 2nd and 10. They're going to hand it off, and a big-time stop right there. That is number 33, and Bryson Hurst coming up for the stop for the goal. 33 is Trip Chapman from Cartersville.
See Big Hurst there from Grayson. You put a tweet out on him yesterday and some social media stuff. He has been as good as advertised, and I know people, again, are like, oh, goodness. Yeah, Grayson's got another D lineman.
They do.
Look at him just stand him up and get off the ball. Good job by Chapman, though, stepping in there and filling the lane, too, with the linebacker from Cartersville made that play as well.
Yes. When I seen him, Rusty, we did a game earlier this year. It was Grayson and Archer. When I seen him on the sideline, and I was like, hey, what grade are you in? He was just getting the balls for the varsity team.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm in 8th. I said, you're in 8th grade? I was like, yeah. I was like, what?
You thought my man drove the bus, didn't
you? Yeah. My goodness.
See him matched up there at right tackle, the top of your screen there with a Milton.
Those two were going at it in practice, too. They sure were. Here's Spence. Looks so that pumps for the screen, looking deep, and overshoots his target. Look at he's going in the direction of Keelan Wansley.
Spence's pass falls incomplete.
NFL rules here today as we add minutes to each quarter. We do play NFL time, and I love it. I wish we did it in high school in Georgia. But these kids are usually playing 10-minute quarters.
Yep.
So they get extra minutes here to play in the All-Star game.
Let's go set up a 3rd and 11 after the incompletion. Here's Spence. Surveys to his left. He's looking to the right. He's going to throw it deep. Good coverage right there on the PBU. That is number 23, Isaiah Nails, another kid from Calhoun that was getting a lot of buzz as well. Good job right there. He's looking for number 2. That is Maddox Davis from Walton.
Yeah, I saw Maddox Davis yesterday, and he's coming up a little bit hobbly there. I think they got tangled up a little bit, but saw Maddox Davis yesterday, and what I liked about him was, like, you watch kids, and he was able to pick up the offense. So they were lining up, and he was helping line people up. And really impressed with him. Caught a couple balls yesterday. So I know Walton, that's another, again, here we go, another Walton player,
Yep.
So Maddox Davis, 2 out of Walton. Really liked what I saw of him yesterday. Got a chance to spend some time with that blue team.
Receives the punt on the 16-yard line, which is where the goal team will start.
All right, so 1st and 10, about 55 seconds left. Oh, they got an air snap right there.
Get to it.
Like he's able to fall on it.
Big play there now. See what the defense can do. And that's what you didn't see a ton of that this week,
Didn't. And like you said, back to your point, Russ, it could be a little bit of nerves.
A little bit of nerves, and it's also,
Yep. All right, and as you said, Rusty, big-time play, 2nd and 17, and they're at the 2-yard line. So
see what they call coming out of here. Let's see if they're going to be something quick. This is Harris Turner in at quarterback out of Cartersville.
And they're going to do a throw, and it looks like it's out of bounds, looking in the direction of Isaiah Richmond from River Ridge. 3rd and 17.
Simpson in
kind of in a tough spot. I think you got to go probably quick screen here or probably run it.
You got to hand the ball off, get a little bit of room, I would think, even though the punt's not live. But you want to give him a little bit of space. This might be correct here. Something quick, a little bubble maybe. Draw.
Yes. Looks like Trip Chapman's in the game for the Gold at the running back spot. And you're going to have a play-action rollout. And a little bit too high, looking in the direction of Caden Kent.
The ball settled on him a little bit there.
Yeah. That's going to set up fourth down on the other side of the break. We'll see you guys momentarily.
This is a Peachtree Sports Network weather update, powered by Atlanta News First.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Cutter Martin with your Peachtree Sports Network forecast update, and we have changes on the way. Northern half of the state, generally along and north of 16 to 75. That connector there, we do have more clouds. Cold air in the forecast, breezy winds, some sprinkles. Metro Atlanta, flurries and sleet pellets along with those sprinkles up into the mountains far north and northeast Georgia. Colder air filtering in across the entire state, but clouds and that chance of flurries most prevalent across the northern third or so of the state of Georgia. Eventually giving way to more sunshine as we get into the back half of the weekend. Clouds, though, do return as we head into next week. Lows tomorrow morning near freezing or below freezing. Northern half of the state, mid-30s, making upper 30s to near 40 down across the southern half of the state of Georgia. Staying in the 40s, North Georgia tomorrow afternoon. 50s from Savannah down to Brunswick.
Okay, going back to one.
This industry is my life. The Georgia film industry feeds my children, and it feeds my dreams, which are two very important things. The film community is a real vital ecosystem. You can make a living in it in an incredible town.
Real jobs, real impact. Support Georgia Films. Visit whygeorgia.com.
We celebrate the athletes, the buzzer beaters, the record breakers, the wins. Now, it's time to celebrate the people behind it all, the advice givers, the community shapers, the game changers, the life changers. It's time to celebrate our coaches. Join all of us at BSN Sports and show your coach some love by sharing their story with #ThankYouCoach.
Hey, is the power off on this?
I don't know. Just take it off.
Safety violation, unsafe work conditions.
In the construction trades unions, safety is our highest priority, and we train you to recognize and speak out on unsafe working conditions so that everyone arrives and goes home safely. Learn about careers in construction at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
The Forum River Center in Rome, Georgia is now open and available for meetings and receptions. We're fully equipped for large conventions, sporting events, weddings, and much more. The Forum is located downtown within walking distance of local restaurants, hotels, and boutique shopping. We offer a variety of meeting spaces, many with beautiful river views. Outdoor venues are available for that special touch. With our adjacent parking deck and a personal concierge on site, your event is sure to be a hit. Find out more at forumrivercenter.com.
The BSN Sports Georgia Elite Classic is sponsored by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Transform your future today. Score Atlanta, your source for Georgia high school sports. HendrickCars.com. Get no payments for 90 days at HendrickCars.com. Experience the Hendrick difference. The U.S. Army. Be all you can be. And by Georgia's Rome, where the rivers meet and the mountains begin.
Welcome back. We're here for the second quarter of the Gold and Blue game. Gold had the initial touchdown by Ezekiel Carter to go up. Right now we got a punt from the Gold back to the Blue. It looks like that kind of sailed on him. Going to get a pretty good bounce, though. set up shop about the 33-yard line.
Fielded at the 33-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it actually at the 26-yard line.
All right, here we go. First down and 10 for the Blue. And Rusty, I wanted to ask, who were some guys that stood out to you as far as on the offensive line for either side that you heard was making some noise?
Well, obviously we talked about my man there from Milton, and then we had Hurst. Talked about him. We already talked about Worthington. Left tackle, I believe, is Sam Cannon on the goal team from Hebron Christian. He was good the very first day I watched him. We'll get him on a chance on the other side of the ball.
He's back to snap.
I'm telling you right now, they cannot block Christian Williams. They cannot. I mean, Big 55 is a wrecking ball in there, and you got people looking around in the huddle like, what's going on? Well, 55 is creating havoc in the middle.
Yeah, tough sledding so far. They tried to get it to one of their playmakers, Tristan Robinson, but it's been tough so far. Set up a 2nd and 9. Looks like coming in at quarterback for Blue will be Zach Parker from Darlington.
Yep.
I'm actually excited to watch him, Rusty. I've heard some things about him as well.
Known his dad, Chad, for a long time. Dad's in the Major League Baseball scouting department.
It looks like, again, tough sledding right there. They handed that off to number 44.
And guess who?
Rick Bruder.
And 55.
Yes.
Look at my man. I'm telling you, he was ready. He was ready Wednesday.
He is making quite an impact so far.
This guy would play the rest of the day.
If he could. All right, so some tough runs so far. 3rd and 10. See if they go in the air on this one. Certainly looks that way. I think one you want to watch is Keelan Wansley out there in that slot. Here's Parker. He's looking the other way. Just
overthrow. That's the hardest thing, Najee, too, is getting the timing down. You know what I mean? Timing down new receiver is so hard for quarterbacks. It was a nice pass by Parker. See the dark. We're trying to give him a little bit. He's messing with this there. He pulls it off a little bit. That's Brandon Talbert. Played at Georgia. He was one of Kirby Smart's college roommates. ESPN did a story with him yesterday. I thought it was really cool. And he played for the Cowboys, Falcons, Jaguars, a few of those. His youngest son, Bo, played in the 7th grade game. But I thought it was interesting they talked to Brandon about what was Kirby Smart like in college. And he said, the first thing he said, I thought I knew a lot about football defense. He goes, but like Kirby immediately was like a guy I got to pay attention to. So really cool deal yesterday to see ESPN feature him and Robert Edwards Gatson. I believe Robert was in that story as well.
Really?
Yeah, pretty cool article.
4th and 10. Here's Parker. Looks like he got a little bit of room. He's looking.
Oh,
and nearly misses Keelan Wansley there on that play.
Still love Parker there. Got a player down. See what happened here. Looks like Parker took a shot on the sideline.
Yes, he did. Defense was coming down. But a great job to your point, Rusty, just extending the play right there.
Yeah, great job. Yep.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, we don't want any of that. Training staff on him, and helmet off. He's raised up. I believe from the referee saying he hit his head after he got down. He hit his head, back of his head, and so they're going to watch him quickly. Yep. And whether he plays today or not, they're going to look at him, and rightfully so. He's a young man that really has got a lot of buzz around him up here in Northwest Georgia.
Yes, he does.
Yep. Local player here at Darlington.
And here's the injury report presented by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Right there, that's Zach Parker. Hopefully he's okay, but they're going to go check him out.
Yeah, older brother's going to play in the junior game.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Two Parker quarterbacks here. Dad was a really good athlete at Adairsville, and then was involved with played college baseball, and I think he did some scouting as well for a couple professional baseball teams. So saw Chad earlier this week checking in. So May not see Zach again today, but it'll be the last we hear of him through his high school career.
Certainly. Looks like we got a new quarterback checking in. That's Knox Westmoreland from South Forsyth. Going to hand off to Colin Pope. Nice job by Blue pursuing right there and limited the run there. Modest gain.
Yeah, they just kind of, you could tell they want to run the ball, but they just don't have an answer right now up front. And I know this is going to shock people. There's another North Cobb defensive lineman there making a play. Can't tell he's got his jersey rolled up. He's got a North Cobb helmet, so.
Got to be Anthony Castorino for the Blue.
Yep.
Second and 10. They're going to pitch it right here. Great pursuit again.
Oh, man, what a play.
Number 75 sniffs that out. That is Lucas Roser from Marist. He's got also a lot of buzz as well.
That was a great play there. They tried to quick pitch it, catch him on a little reverse, and
he was having none of it.
Field, and they were ready too. He had his teammate 32 as well. Asa Wall, that's JT Wall, former Pittsburgh Steeler, Georgia Bulldog. That's his son down at John Millage Academy, and he was also ready there. He's had a great week. JT, big fullback, big neck roll guy. Son looks a lot more athletic. Maybe I bet Mom's a better athlete than JT was. JT was a head-hunting thumper back in the day, but been impressed with that young man this week too.
Here we go. He's back to snap. He's looking deep. He got a receiver. Good pass breaker right there. That's number 20. That's the one I was telling you about. Talon Simpson.
Yep.
From Rome. Good job turning his head around and deflecting the ball right there.
Yeah, Kent got behind him a little bit, but once the ball got in the air, he closed it. Kent's got him stacked right there. Ball just a little bit on the throw. Great defensive play, man, just to stay in phase. Man, these kids are so well coached.
Man, I think that's the early storyline so far. Just kids so far well coached. And Russ, we're used to seeing all-star games be really, high scoring, a lot of offense. I mean, we're seeing 7th and 8th, a lot of defense going on so far.
Yep. Uh-oh.
That was not a good punt.
Rushed it. And that's another thing, too. Not live. He's not used to it. He said he dropped it. That's, those are parts of it. It's tough to be a specialist in an all-star game when it's not live, because you're in your mind, you're thinking, I got to catch this ball. Here's my form. I got to get this thing off.
Yep.
He's sitting around. He's watching people checking. He just whiffed it.
Right.
So I bet he hadn't done that in 5 years. He gets on TV. He does one. So we don't hold that against him.
Definitely not. Nonetheless, it's going to set up some good field position for Blue as they try to tie this game up. And it looks like a high snap. Tristan Robinson able to fall on it. That's going to set him back. I think that's the second one we've seen so far in this game.
I believe that's Kamaji. Who was the quarterback there? 16?
Yeah, I think that's Tristan.
Yep, Tristan Robinson. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't tell if that was 16 or 10 because both of them are Washington County players. But, haven't seen a ton of bats now. I didn't see a ton of that yesterday. So it's cold, a little bit different. You also got a different cadence, too.
Yeah.
Different quarterbacks. There's a lot goes into it.
And here it is. They're going to give it to Robinson right here. Let him use the athletic ability. Nice block right there. Get some yardage back.
Robinson on the
like that play there. Just go quarterback power. See if we can out-athlete him on the edge. And did a good job there. We got the senior game coming up. And I'm very excited about that. Those young men. And I think there's a lot of kids that could get some eyes today. Great opportunity for them to play one last game, one last kind of audition type deal.
Yes. I mean, last year was great. I remember calling that game with Matt Stewart and being able to see some of the seniors, and they put some good tape out there. It was able to help some of them as well.
We had 5 or 6 kids that wound up getting offers off that game, and that was, to me, that is the absolute best thing of the whole week is you can help a kid like that.
Here's Robinson back to snap on 3rd and 16. It looks like that was a false start.
Yeah. And again, it's cadence.
Yep.
You know, it's different with cadence. You timing and those type things.
Well, back to your point about the seniors, Rusty. And here are the officials by IBEW Local 613, Mark Schnall, Alan Buckley, Robert Perdue, and then David Clements, officials of the game. But, Rusty, back to your point about the seniors, how excited are you just to see? I mean, you've seen them in the state championship game, but how excited are you to see just Fred Brown?
Man,
oh, my goodness.
When I tell you that Christian Williams was ready to play today in this 8th grade game, Fred Brown was ready to play yesterday. Like, he's got another 25 carries in him.
There's Robinson, got some pressure, but throws it deep, and it's going to be intercepted. So that's Isaiah Knowles, but we have a flag.
I believe it's going to be offensive pass interference, too. I think it's going to be offensive pass interference.
Check the replay.
No, I don't know. That might be defensive. Yep. He was unable to get back to the ball. Yep. And that was Maddox Davis again. They were taking a shot to him deep, and I believe that's going to be defensive pass interference. Yep, good call. A lot of kids getting in and out. Good job by the coaches. Everyone's playing. Everybody's got many snaps as you can get. And we took a few extra quarterbacks this year just because we felt like you get a chance to see them, even put something on tape. You know, yes. I met with the quarterbacks for both teams and said, look, guys, we took, one or two extra here. It's not about a wins and losses to you. It's about us seeing you for the first time, kind of putting something on tape before you get into high school.
Here's Robinson, gets it out quick. That's Wansley out there. Great pursuit. Good tackle right there.
Jake Smith. It's like Jake Smith from Roswell steps in there. And good job. Watch him snip this out. Beats the block of one. Look at that. Gets up the field. It's picture perfect. Get your hands on him. Wait for the big guys to come in there. And
keep him on the inside.
Played that perfect.
That is textbook. All right, 2nd and 13.
Got one-on-one coverage at the top.
There's Robinson rolling to the right. Seeing a little bit of pressure. Goes back left. Here's the pursuit. Throwing it off the run. And looks like he got a touchdown.
What a throw. What a play.
That is number 1. Andrew Cochran from Mount Pisgah. What a play to make up for the missed block on the play before. And I mean, just incredible play from Robinson just to keep that alive.
Man.
He's scrolling to the right. Doesn't see anything. Good job. You see the speed.
Look at this. Watch him whip this.
Woo. Goodness. That's textbook right there.
Man.
What a throw by Robinson.
That'll make you head coach on the sideline. Have a little shake to you. Watching Robert Edwards.
And the PAT is good. That is Joseph Rojas Garcia from Norcross. Nice kicking. We got a tie game with 4:56 left in the 2nd quarter. And here's the coaching resume you brought him up. Brandon Biggins, presented by Sports Turf, 8th grade head coach, 9th season at Washington County, defensive line coach, 3rd season as CJ Elder, MS head coach, hometown is Sandersville, Georgia. And as you said, Rusty, you talked a little bit about it, just wanting to come up, kind of, show a little bit of attention to the Washington County team. And I'm not going to lie, Rusty, I was very impressed going to their practice. They got some dudes, and they're going to be very impressed with it in a couple years.
Well, everybody knows the long history of Washington County. Those 97, 98 teams, multiple NFL. Takeo Spikes, Robert Edwards, Terrence Edwards. I could go Jeremy Brett. I could go on, and Jesse Miller. I could go on and on and on about the NFL guys that came out of Washington County in the 90s, and those Golden Hawks there, that whole community. When you bring Robert Edwards back, when you get him back to your community, and kind of surround it with that buzz, and able to develop your kids and keep them home. what they're doing. So very excited about their group.
Certainly. What you just see on the screen is a scoring summary presented by Georgia Army National Guard. 4 plays, 21 yards, a 25-yard receiving touchdown from Cochran. About 3 minutes of clock on that drive. Great play right there. And you see the scramble from Robinson, keeping that play alive and being able to throw it, hit his target on the play.
I had a former player, I won't call him out, just text me. He goes, "Hey, man, what's up with these jerseys?" Well,
they definitely look good.
Yeah, you timed out, man. You timed out. So everybody's impressed with the jersey.
You got to tell them the league class is always upgrading and innovating.
Trying to do a little bit better every year.
Yes, sir. And let's say he tried to get out quick. Possibly could have been a pick if he turned his head around. That's number 16 on the blue, Tristan Robinson.
I believe that's A.J. Davis in at quarterback from Locust Grove, quarterback.
Tristan Robinson in coverage.
Yep. A.J. Davis. And looks like there's a broken play.
Yep.
Davis able to keep it alive and keep his legs going and able to get a little bit of a decent gain on that. Good job by him not panicking and turning it into a nice 6-yard gain.
Yep, good job there just to get what he could.
Here's the replay. Looks like he was waiting for his running back, but able to break a couple tackles right there, make some defenders miss and turn that into a decent game.
Yes, if you're watching at home, these are 8th graders. It's 8th grade. All-star football in Georgia, and you understand why we do it different in this state. You see these guys.
3rd and 4 for the gold. It's going to hand off to Chapman. Good job being snuffed out. Looks like he's able to ride the defender, though, for a first down. Good job keeping his legs turning there. Trip Chapman from Cartersville. And they're moving pretty quickly here.
Anthony Castoreno, then on the stop.
Here's Davis, back to snap. Tried a quick throw, not there. Defense is on him, and throws it up, and it really incomplete. Looks like he tried to drag his toes there. That was Caden Kent.
Little Mahomes, man, plays both ways.
Pass goes incomplete.
Saw him last night in town eating. I said, "Hey, little Mahomes, I'm sure you got curfew tonight." Look at him. Watch him drag his toes there. Almost.
Oh, goodness.
Almost.
He just looks like a twitchy
man.
type
Yeah,
of kid. Yeah, like he just
cover.
got a different beat to him.
Does it all. Are they going to challenge this?
Interesting. I forgot all about the challenge part.
Yeah, one challenge, so.
Interesting to come in the second quarter, though.
Yeah, well. They get trigger happy with those things, man. They just don't really know what to do with it. They're going to see if they can, what kind of replay we have. That's not the view we need.
Crowd seems to think it's a catch, but
let's see. Right.
The ball's not there yet.
Ball's not there.
It's right there.
According if that left foot is down.
No.
They're going to call it a catch, maybe.
The crowd is reacting that way.
The crowd definitely felt like their view is. So couldn't inclusive there.
Yeah,
you need the sideline view there.
Yes.
You want the sideline view. Heck of an effort there by Caden, though.
Call on the field is confirmed.
All right, so it is confirmed there'll be a 2nd and 10. And that's going to be a great matchup between those two, Simpson and Kent. And there's Davis trying to get it out. Looks like we've got a flag.
Davis' pass goes incomplete. However, there is a flag on the play. Interference called on the blue team.
It looks like it's going to march forward. Flag on the defense. Trying to get the ball to Colin Pope there. We'll set up a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line for the Gold. Here's Davis back to snap. He's looking deep. He has Kent. It just overshoots him.
See the explosiveness. Kent just ran right by him.
Right by him.
He's got something to it. Now look at him. He still wants to play. He's playing both ways. He's playing some corner too.
Simpson in coverage.
But ran right by him. Just done it. That's one of those. It's a great ball. It's just a timing deal.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like how many reps you get to throw. So it's a good ball by Davis, even though he overthrew him. Shows his arm strength.
Real quickly, Russ, you talk about like the timing aspect. Is that like, does it just depend on the receiver and the relationship you kind of have with him?
It depends on like all summer. Those 7-on-7s,
those
practice sessions. It's just, that's the hardest thing to do.
And there's Pope on the carry right there. Good pursuit from the blue. We had to limit that to modest gain, probably about a yard or two.
And to be honest with you, doing a really good job, Coach Skinner and those guys, because if this was a win-loss, like you had to win this game, they're going to feed Pope. 21's he's going to get his carries, but spreading the ball around, different formations, offensively doing this and doing that, and really one of those things where, you know, trying to get everybody involved and trying to showcase everybody. But if it was like you got to win to move on, they're going to have to stop 21 for me. You know what I mean? Because that dude would wear on you for about a half, and I don't know how much you would want of him in that second half. Being cold, you have a 185, 190-pound running back on you.
And you have to continue to tackle him?
Yes.
All right, 3rd and 6. Good job getting lined up there. Here's Davis. Looking deep, overshoots his target. That's in the direction.
Thomas Duncan, I believe, there, 88.
Thomas Duncan, the tight end.
Davis' pass goes incomplete, intended for Thomas Duncan.
Looks like they're going to probably go for this. Subbing in is Christian Edwards for the Gold, and also Isaiah Nails coming in for the group. Coming off is Duncan. All right, so here we go, 4th and 6. Here's Davis rolling to his right. Has some time. Looking for Hughes.
Oh, ball. It took a shot, too, man. Ball just sailed on him.
It did. It looks like he's kind of slow to get up. I tell you, man, those defensive linemen are fierce, ain't they?
Stokes defending, and the ball goes over to the blue team.
All right, Rusty, so 1st and 10, Blue is going to take over. Got a potential chance here to take the lead right before the half.
Yeah, you're going into the win right here, so you probably want to get something toward the sideline and see if you can get 10 or 15 yards and give you any shot, because right now, driving the ball down the field, probably going to be a problem into this win. Baines Collins.
Baines Collins from Athens Academy?
Yep. He also plays safety as well. Coach Alexander called me on his behalf, and had a couple of good balls yesterday when I watched him in practice. But he's also a two-way player for them, and he'll play both sides of the ball for Athens Academy. Tough spot to come in. You got a minute to go. You got to drive the ball down the field, but
exactly. And then Rusty, talk a little bit about kind of the difference you've seen. You've been doing this for some years, but just the difference you've seen from these 8th graders being ready to play varsity level compared to when
dude, we had no clue. Like we couldn't throw the ball 10 yards. Now they're just so more advanced. I mean, they're in spread every play, spread shotgun, direction, traffic, motions, and
here's Davis back to snap. Rolling to his right, trying to set up a screen.
Oh, he was there. He just missed it. The running back didn't see it.
He's looking for Jude Galloway from Lassiter.
Yeah, Collins. Thought Collins did a good job allowing that to develop. And then listen, that's hard to run a screen in 2 days. You want to talk about timing? Run a screen in 2 days.
Yeah.
But it was a great play call. And Collins did a good job of holding off, let them clear just a little bit, just unable to connect with his running back. Had he connected, that's what I thought you need to do. You got to see if something can pop.
Yes.
He's not going to drive the ball down the field right now versus this win.
Yeah, just had the right plays, couldn't quite execute it to the level they wanted to, but here's Collins back to snap. Got some good protection. Stepping up, here's Hurst on him, and he's going to throw it deep, and nearly an interception from Isaiah Niles.
It was a good job by Maddox Davis to knock that ball out, because I believe that would have been intercepted. Watch 2 come in right here at the end. He almost takes that ball, but good job of he turned defender at that point. That shows ball skills. You know what I mean? When you see a kid that's able to make a play, even though he wasn't going to get the ball, he was able to turn defender.
Yes, he was, and it looks like we're going to get a punt here. Calder's going to take over.
Great punt and the win.
Niles with the catch. Set up shop at the 30. About 46 seconds left in the first half. Another defensive game so far.
Got an interview with our coaches from the 7th grade game at halftime, and Craig will have more. But, man, what a great opportunity for those 2 young men that are alumni of our game, which is really cool. Really cool. I've known Trevor Thomas since he was probably 9 or 10 years old, and this game, I'm sure he'll mention it, this game meant a lot to him and helped him get on the college map, and he wound up being a multi-year college quarterback starter.
Obviously, stories like that. And
yes,
Chris Hawkins is looking deep, looking for Katie Kick. Can he connect with him? What a catch by Kick! Going over top of Simpson for the catch. Showing that twitchy ability. My goodness.
He's a playmaker, man. 2 goes and gets it now.
What a highlight.
Great throw by Hawkins to give him a chance. They call timeout, but watch this. Watch him go up over this. Watch him track the ball.
Wow. And
that's good coverage.
It is. And you know what the kids call it, Rusty? They call it head top. Yeah. So that's what he did to him there.
Man.
He head topped him there. What a great adjustment to the football.
And now they've got a chance with 29. We'll be surprised they don't go back to him, because Hawkins can, especially with a win, Hawkins can throw this thing in the end zone.
Yes, he can.
Celebrate the act. The buzzer beaters.
I know Connor Foster's watching this game, excited about that young man.
Now,
I know he is. They got some good ones. You also got Jabari Bryce, too, who's pretty good.
Yeah, they got some freshmen now. The Cardinals got some freshmen that's going to play in this 9th grade game tonight. And they've got some young kids. They are very excited about that bunch. Better know where 2 is right here. And they go trips away from him. Guarantee that safety's going to have his eyes over here trying to help this corner.
For sure. We got a run play from Hawkins.
Love the call.
QB keeper. Gets some yardage right there.
Gets out of bounds. I love that call.
Hawkins on the keeper.
Love the call. Got everybody thinking you're going deep, run coverage off a little bit. You're in man-to-man probably. And
a nice 6-yard gain.
Get out of bounds. Stop the clock.
Here's Hawkins, finds the easy completion, back to Kent.
Smooth, man.
Nice yardage right there.
He makes it look easy. You know what I mean? Like you see those kids and just everything's easy for him. In and out of breaks.
Yep.
Not a lot of wasted motion. Not the biggest kid on the field, but he feels like he is, and that's all most important, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, the route running part I really like about his game. And they got him singled up. I'm surprised they haven't rolled coverage over there yet.
Better watch the shot here.
Another QB keeper, another smart play, Rusty. Here's Hawkins. Good gain right there again. 15 seconds left. Looks like he's close to first down yardage again.
Yeah, they don't set the edge there. He might do it again for a touchdown here. What did they have a timeout left, I believe?
I think so.
Yep.
As you see on this replay right here, it's a good job blocked up. Guys, a little bit of help from Chapman right there, holding that block there for a while. Springing free for that first down. And we are in the red zone presented by BSN Sports. Timeout by the Gold.
Blue team calls timeout.
Sun's out. It looks a lot warmer.
It certainly does.
Not sure how much warmer it's gotten, but get a chance during the senior game today, and excited. I'm doing a game with Max Stewart. We'll get a chance to interview Reese Fountain. Reese Fountain yesterday named first team quarterback in 6A on AJC, and played in this game 3 years. Young man played a lot of games on this field, and
he made that score top 75 too.
Yeah, yep. Saw that. Yep. Thought you did a great job of that. Retweeted that yesterday.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm excited for him. He's going to go play at East Tennessee State.
Yeah, Trey Lamb getting down and got him, and I know that was a big one for Coach Lamb. He's one of those kids, man. I mean, listen, the portal, it affects everyone.
Yes.
But high school quarterbacks, it really, yeah, we're already warmed up to 42, man. There'll be people taking their shirts off here for long. Get the sunblock out, man.
Definitely here. 2nd and 1. Here's Hawkins. Stepping up. QB run. QB scamper. Can Blue get there? He's getting to the edge. And
fumble.
Look, the ball came loose. And they're going to say Blue football.
This might be replayed, and that's going to be the end of the half. Man.
Wow. That's a big momentum shift right there. Let's look. So nothing to the right. Goes to the left.
No, he did not. He hit his own guy.
And that was Kevin Hughes.
And they do not have a replay left because they just used it.
See, Rusty? We're going to go ahead and cut to break.
This is a Peachtree Sports Network weather update, powered by Atlanta News First.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Cutter Martin with your Peachtree Sports Network forecast update, and we have changes on the way. Northern half of the state, generally along and north of 16 to 75. That connector there, we do have more clouds, cold air in the forecast, breezy winds, some sprinkles. Metro Atlanta, flurries and sleet pellets along with those sprinkles up into the mountains far north and northeast Georgia. Colder air filtering in across the entire state, but clouds and that chance of flurries most prevalent across the northern third or so of the state of Georgia. Eventually giving way to more sunshine as we get into the back half of the weekend. Clouds, though, do return as we head into next week. Lows tomorrow morning near freezing or below freezing. Northern half of the state, mid-30s, making upper 30s to near 40 down across the southern half of the state of Georgia. Staying in the 40s, North Georgia tomorrow afternoon. 50s from Savannah down to Brunswick.
From the baseline to the sideline, the best live sports from Atlanta and beyond are on Peachtree Sports Network. The biggest plays, the instant classics, and the next rising stars are right here on Peachtree Sports Network. Your home for live local sports.
America, come along with our adventure seekers and discover summer with Ford. Join friends Maisa and Leslie on an epic adventure with the capability of the Ford Bronco Sport. Head out with the Stevens family and stay connected with built-in Wi-Fi in the Ford Explorer.
Did you know that horses sleep standing up?
Road trip with the Sanchez family and available hands-free highway driving in the Ford F-150. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus up to $4,500 cash back on select Ford SUVs. See your local Ford dealer and discover your best summer ever.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover.
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
To challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
than you ever knew
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools.
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Hey, does it matter if this leaks?
It don't matter to me. Can't see it from my house.
Illegal use of hands and proper training.
GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com has 14 different highly skilled trades with free training in our certified apprenticeship programs to train you the right way. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
All right, welcome back, guys, to the halftime show brought to you by KendrickCars.com. I'm joined now by our seventh grade coaches. It was a great way to start this game, but I think the thing I want to talk about is history was made. You guys were the first ever former players to coach in this game. We'll start with Gordon. You guys got the win. What was it like?
That was a great experience. Obviously, I played in it in 2013. I met a lot of people that I, still keep up with to this day. My roommate, Brad Stewart, great receiver at Tech. I'm just glad that I can give back to these kids. It's a great opportunity for these middle schoolers to get some exposure on national TV. So I just loved every minute of it.
And then, Trevor, you had an outstanding performance when you were in the Classic. I think that was 2017, but you've come back. What did you just feel this week just with the seventh graders? Because that's a young age to come into this all-star environment.
Right. I'm used to coaching high schoolers, so dropping down to seventh grade, you had to make a few more adjustments. But I think the main thing was I had an opportunity to coach in the offseason and then coach with some of my former teammates, some of my good buddies. So we just kept the main thing, and just had fun with it.
Yep, and then Gordon, let's talk game strategy. Some of the adjustments you guys made using that size in the backfield in the second half to get going. Is that something you guys practiced this week?
We practiced it a little bit. We knew that A-Train was going to be able to give us a spark, so we were just kind of holding on to it and waiting for the right moment to put him in there. Second half, we needed it, so he got the job done.
And then there were some big plays in the game, obviously, but I thought defensively, your secondary really impressed me, the way they tackled in the open field. Didn't give up the big play, no pass interferences, but what did you see just from the defensive effort in this game?
Yeah, so I think we gave up. The only points we gave up were in the first quarter. We gave up 14 in the first, and then the rest of the game was a shutout. We had one kid named Teague Tatum. He's a homeschooled kid, and I think that he probably wakes up at 8 o'clock and tackles till about 3:30. So he probably had 14 tackles on the day, so shout out to Teague.
Oh, absolutely. But thank you so much, guys. It was great to see you guys again. We had a fantastic first game, and we'll be back with more halftime coverage.
Good. Power Nation is your source for authentic automotive how-to. Detroit Muscle, celebrating the passion and performance of Motor City Cool. Truck Tech, smoking the streets, and tackling the trails are just part of highway hauling fun. Engine power, it's high cranking performance with the science of speed and torque. And our newest show, Car Kits, imagination, fabrication, and plenty of perspiration. Let the thrill begin. Power Nation.
was 4 days, and he was going to kill me, it's believed, on the day that I was rescued.
At Investigate TV Plus, every day we go in depth.
How do you process that?
With investigations that expose the truth.
Is this a nationwide issue that we're dealing with here?
With real people.
This is not you.
It's not me.
Facing real problems.
We thought, oh, well, they're going to let her go.
Revealing real-life solutions that keep your family safe.
It will save lives, no doubt about it.
Investigate TV Plus. Check local listings at investigatetv.com.
How would you like to do something really different one weekend a month?
Charlie 22, this is Charlie 21.
Thank you, Sergeant. If you've got what it takes, come join us.
To learn more about the State Defense Force, go to georgiavolunteer.com.
All right, welcome back to the Halftime Show, brought to you by KendrickCars.com. I'm here now with Allison Waters, chairwoman of the Floyd County
Board of Commissioners, yes.
So the first thing I want to ask you is just about Rome in general, how the city has reached out to us. We start the season here with Corky Kell, but then we end it here. It's been great, but I'm so impressed with like the forum, all the hotels coming together. So is this event something that Rome's been stepping up and doing?
Absolutely. So we're so proud of our tourism department, but Rome and Floyd County love to host this event along with Corky Kell, like we talked about. It's a great opportunity for our hotels to showcase what they have, our downtown to showcase what it has, and we just love having this event here and inviting so many people from all around the state. So we're glad to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many different schools represented. I think it's like 400, 500 kids. And it's really become a great tradition, year 11. But I know Barron Stadium has a big landmark coming up. I think it's, what, the 100th anniversary?
I believe that's correct. And we've certainly seen some major renovations here, and it's become just quite it sits right downtown. So it's an excellent venue for football and many other events. So we're always ready to celebrate what we can downtown. So this is excellent.
Yeah, and athletics is so important to the city of Rome. Rome High School, obviously, all these great programs. But what other athletic events have come through here? I know you have the tennis center, you got Berry College.
Right. So between our 4 colleges and high schools and Darlington, which is an international boarding school, we've hosted numerous events. The tennis center draws in people from really all over the world. So we're excited to do that. We have numerous track and field championships here in Rome and Floyd County. So we have become quite a sport destination throughout the state and beyond.
Absolutely. The tennis center's right there, and it was the pickleball center yesterday. I could hear it from my hotel room.
Well, yeah, the tennis center's out towards Berry College on Berry property, and it's great. But, yeah, pickleball right here has really taken off as well.
Yeah, I need to pick it up. All right, well, we'll be back. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Catch the second half on the other side.
Cool. All right, guys, getting ready for the second half. Really great first half between both teams. Defensive first half yet again, 7-7 with both teams. Man, that end of the drive, Rusty, was really.
What a great call, because we both were like, wait a minute, and then when you see the replay,
yes,
great call by the referee there.
Yes, it was. So 7-7. What do you think both teams need to do in the second half?
Listen, you're trying to play so many kids, so the focus of it. You see the rushing yards. I think you got to be able, if you're the blue team, you got to be able to run the ball a little bit, and you can't turn the ball over. But you got to sustain a few drives. You know what I mean? You got to get. But here's the thing: everybody has to play everybody for the first 3 quarters. So you got to keep this thing as close as you can, and then your best group, fourth quarter. You try to win this game in the fourth quarter, both teams.
100%. These are the halftime stats presented by U.S. Army. I think what stands out is Gold's been able to pass the ball very, very well. 70 yards so far. They were driving there late. Just unfortunately came up with that fumble. Great job by the blue team being able to get that in 8 first downs in the first half for Gold. So really good job.
Caden Kent's really been that different dude right now on the field, and
has
not the biggest. It kind of reminds me. You remember a couple of years ago where Prince Avenue had Logan Johnson.
Yes.
Remember him played with Brock Vandegrift and those guys.
I remember that.
You see him and you're like, it's not the biggest dude, but man, when he got on the field and kept making plays, that's where Caden Kent really showed me some things.
For sure.
Yeah, you usually see a few adjustments.
Yes, you do.
That ball, that wind just absolutely just stopped that ball. Yep, big series here. You leave the field, you have the ball at the 1, but what they did find in that game a little bit, they did the quarterback powers and were able to seal off the edge a little bit. Let's see who they start with at quarterback. Looks like that's going to be Harris Turner, quarterback from Cartersville.
Harris Turner, I've seen they've kept Kempton pretty much the whole game on offense. Got Kevin Hughes too in the slot. Fortunate bounce there at the end, collided with his teammate. But let's see what they do here. Gonna get it right to Hughes on cue. Good catch right there, good hands. Nice gain right there to get a first down.
What a great pass to throw that in front of your receiver so he catches it on the run.
Yep.
That is not easy to do.
You're 100% right about that, Rusty.
You want to throw that ball out front. You want your wide receiver already in motion, and that was a great ball by Turner there to start the second half. Quarterback out of Cartersville.
First and 10, they give it to Pope. Nice pursuit from the defense. Good open field tackle right there.
That's number 21, I believe. That's Solomon James.
Yep, Solomon James. And Lucas Rusher was there on the stop.
Yep.
We're either going to hand it off to Chapman.
Good Chapman.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing what they can. I know I've said a couple times, amazing what they can put in.
Yes.
Offensively.
Yes, it really is. All right, looks like that was enough for a first down. Gold is driving again, or picked it up 2 first downs on this drive. Here he is looking deep. He's looking in the direction of Ken again.
Ooh.
Just misses him on the throw. And they must like that matchup between him and Simpson. They have been going there throughout this game. That was Turner looking for Kent, who had another step there on Simpson.
I tell you, somebody's going to sleep well tonight is number 2. That man.
Yes, he is.
I had him at a middle school camp over in Milton a couple years ago. And first time I met him, and just kind of different then. Certainly different now.
Oh, and it looks like a bobble snap going to be recovered by the Blue.
55. Robert Brown.
Yep. So I think there, Rusty, they were trying to get a little bit of trickeration there,
and
a couple motions.
Interesting because I was on the sideline for the 7th grade game, and they were in a timeout, and I was listening to them, and they were talking, we're going to run this reverse, or do we trust 2 handoffs? So, you know, when you do something like that in a game like this, you put risk in because you haven't practiced a lot. And the 7th grade coach said, listen, let's try this. But there was some discussion on, do we trust this play or not? Because you got 2 different people got to hold the ball. You see things like that, and sometimes that's the end result.
Exactly. So another drive is stalled for the Gold. That's 2 turnovers and back-to-back drives for them. After driving pretty well, let's see if Blue can answer here. Looks like Robinson's going to take the snap. Direct QB power right there. He has the edge, gets there, and is pushed out finally. Looks like he has enough to get a first down.
Yeah, he's different too now. He's got some juice to him.
Yes, he does. For sport, Four-sport guy, kind of guy.
See Robert Edwards calling plays, and it's not the first time he's made that call with him. I can assure you that.
All right, he gets it out to the Walton receiver, Maddox Davis. It's a nice gain on first down.
Yep. Comes back in. He's kind of their guy right now. You can tell they trust him a little bit more out on the edge.
Yep. Getting into him.
Ball to him. Him and Kent kind of look the same. You know, got a little swag to him. Number 2.
Yeah, got that juice.
Got the towels hanging off.
Keep eye on that slot. 2nd and 6. Direct snap. There's Robinson. Nothing's there. They're able to get him.
90, I believe it was 90 for goal. No, if I have him on the roster.
That is Cameron Middleton, number 90.
Good job there on pursuit. And that's one thing as a quarterback. You see him, and he's probably able to bounce back and run wide and do those things in Washington County.
Yeah.
But today,
no,
everybody's an all-star, and you got to learn to get upfield. I'm going to bring Spence back in right here. Bodie Spence, a quarterback. Robinson may have been banged up just a second there.
Yup, and on cue, as you said, Rushy Spence back in the game. Take this 3rd and 5th snap. Gets to Davis. Trying to get to the corner. Nice hit out there by Nails. Tries to prevent him from getting the first.
Basically, that's an extended handoff. Just throw the ball on the flat and let him do his thing out in space. And
exactly. I think you see that a lot more now, too.
Oh,
Rusty,
my goodness.
All the levels.
NFL.
Exactly. Get the ball to your playmakers. Let them do the thing.
Don't overcomplicate it.
No.
Pitch and catch, man.
That's it. Pitch and catch. All right, so we got a 4th and short here.
4th and 2. Flips the strength.
Here's Spence going to hand it off. And right there to meet him.
Trip Chapman.
Trip Chapman for Cartersville. Big time hit right there. Not allow anything.
Great job stepping up in there, filling the hole.
Yes, it was. So the momentum is stopped after a pretty good looking drive for Blue. Gold defense stiffens. And they will take over. Looks like at about the 26, 27-yard line.
I never could talk my high school coach into doing pitch and catch with me. It was just catch, and wherever I called it there was no yards after catch.
Right.
I called it for 3. It was for 3. All right, now we got one-on-one here. Let's see if they let this young man air it out here. Knox Westmoreland.
Oh, and another drop snap. Able to fall on his Westmoreland. So it's going to be a -2 loss on that play. Here's another run. Get it to Carter. So we get a good gain there.
Yeah, great running there.
Able to converge for the stop.
Ezekiel Carter's out of the Gordon Central program up in Calhoun, and traditionally hasn't been great. I mean, it's times they've been 0-10 many years, but big change last year. They brought Lenny Gregory over from Collins Hill, who coached Travis Hunter and Sam Horn, won the state championship, and he just kind of want to go somewhere and start over. And I imagine that you lose Travis Hunter and Sam Horn, you can't. It's not the same every day at that school.
No.
You know what I mean? And
definitely not.
Came over to Gordon Central last year. I know he's trying to rebuild that program. I know he's certainly excited about this young man. And these defensive lines are starting to take over things right now.
They are. That is Lucas Roser from Marist. There with the stop looked like it was kind of a misread again between the quarterback and running back there on that play. And blue defense stiffens. But, yeah, I mean, you're right. That is not easy to replace. And building the program, Rusty, I'm sure is not easy to do from the ground up. But when you're able to achieve that success, it's got to be sweet.
Coach Gregory's got a resume. He's been at Grayson. He's won a state championship at Grayson. He's won a state championship at Collins Hill. And many people I know called him and said, what are you doing, man? What in the world are you doing?
Right.
And I know they are excited to have him. Big role there.
Certainly Simpson's going to down it. Let's look at about the 38, 39-yard line.
Big Luke Stone there in the middle. We'll get a chance to see him in the middle of the field. Number 6 linebacker in gold from Pierce County. Come up here from Blackshear to play, and Pierce County just won the state championship. Tough, unbelievable game against Rockmart, man.
That was the thriller. I think that was one of the best games I've seen in a while. And Caden McGath, 53 carries.
53 carries. You think he's still asleep? I mean, that man is still in an ice bath.
Oh, man.
But I tell you, I'm standing there in the box, and I'm doing the next game, and my old soft heart, when they go in overtime, I'm thinking, man, somebody's about to get the heart broke. Like somebody's got to lose this game. And
yes.
Unfortunately, with Rockmart, and very familiar with that area, but just a great season.
Here's Spence right here. Nice job coming up. That's number 90. On the stop is Cameron Middleton. I'm telling you, Rusty, that number 90, I think he's going to be a special kid.
Yeah, man.
I was able to see him, and when I say he was giving the offensive line fits yesterday,
yep,
he was giving them fits.
Completely new secondary in. Gold team rotating their guys. So we take a shot here.
Here he spins back to stop, looks to the right, comes up. Nice little touch pass right there. Gets it to Wansley. Good pursuit right there from the goal to limit the gain to a couple yards.
You see these kids, they've been hanging out all week in the hotel together, and yeah, they're this is the Instagram world. So that tonight that winning team's going to be all on that gram.
You know they're going to be on that live.
That thing is
you already know.
They're going to be live on the way home. They are going to be talking that stuff.
You already know. All right, and here Spence back to snap. Surveys to the right. He's going for a deep ball. He has a man, and he brings it down. What a great catch right there.
Is that Blake Seaman at Lassiter?
That is Blake Seaman.
What
yes,
a
it
catch.
is.
He's tapping. He's got to get his helmet. I think he took a shot there at the end, but what a throw and what a catch.
And that was pinpoint. Yeah, great job by Spence delivering that diamond there. Going to hand it off here. That's what it looks like. That's going to potentially come back in the area of holding.
Yeah. Good run there by, I think that's Rylan Jenkins, Washington County. Had some spin to him, didn't he?
Sure did. It's another kid, Rusty. I think I was talking to some of his coaches. So on a good day, he runs a 10-5.
Holding.
Oh. On a bad day.
On the offense, 10 yards from the previous spot. Still first down.
On a bad day, usual day, he runs about 10-9, 11.
Goodness. Eighth grader, sub 11. Yeah, it had been sloppy today. I think refs let him play, but obviously that was a hold there and got him.
Yep, and that's going to move the blue team back. 1st and 20 now. So we're going to have a timeout. Officials timeout. All right, we're back. Here's Spence. Going to get it out there to the receiver.
Got a clip.
Well, that was going to come back as well.
Yep, got a clip. Tried to get out there on him. Try to throw that quick screen, have the tackle release out on the corner, which you see a lot, but
holding.
Defensive back.
On the offense.
Carter Potts there from Westminster just steps up.
Oh, blocking it back.
Yeah,
Correction, blocking it back. On the offense. 10 yards, previous spot. First down.
And I'm going to give the referee some defense right here. Our cameras are on the opposite side of where he's normal to make that, to look at the audience. So,
right.
But at least you hear the call. Yeah, 55 came out on the corner, released on that little quick screen, and good job by Carter Potts of stepping up, and he got up so penetration so quick that he had to block him in the back for the play to be success. So good job by the corner there. Had no choice but to block him in the back.
Yep. So now it's a 1st and 30. Back-to-back penalties for the blue team. See if they can kind of overcome it on this drive.
They have put in Tristan Robinson at wide receiver, I believe, at the top of the screen.
He tries to get out quick. What a play. That is Luke Neighbors from Buford. Big time play from him. Be able to deflect the pass.
Great job getting up the field, getting your hands up.
Second and 30 now. Here's Spence, got some pressure coming. Neighbors is on him. He's looking deep. Can't quite get it to him. Yup, looking for Robinson, but
too much heat, man.
They're starting to heat up, as you mentioned, Rusty, these defensive lines.
Yep, defensive lines starting to take these games over a little bit, and that's why you see the scoring right now down.
Yes, it is. So 3rd and 30, I'm sure you can't have too many plays in the playbook for this one. All right, here we go. 3rd and 30. Here's Spitz. Ball snap. Spence looks to the left. Gets it out quick.
Throw.
Finds Robinson. Great throw right there.
Gives him a chance now to be 4th and 10.
Yes, it does.
Love the call. Just a little skinny post right here. Time and throw. It's going to end the quarter, but it gives them a chance now to be about third and 12.
Yes, it does. We'll be back for the 4th quarter on the other side after this break.
This is a Peachtree Sports Network weather update, powered by Atlanta News First.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Cutter Martin with your Peachtree Sports Network forecast update, and we have changes on the way. Northern half of the state, generally along and north of 16 to 75, that connector there. We do have more clouds, cold air in the forecast, breezy winds, some sprinkles, metro Atlanta, flurries and sleet pellets along with those sprinkles up into the mountains. far north and northeast Georgia. Colder air filtering in across the entire state, but clouds and that chance of flurries most prevalent across the northern third or so of the state of Georgia. Eventually giving way to more sunshine as we get into the back half of the weekend. Clouds, though, do return as we head into next week. Lows tomorrow morning near freezing or below freezing. Northern half of the state, mid-30s, making upper 30s to near 40 down across the southern half of the state of Georgia. Staying in the 40s North Georgia tomorrow afternoon, 50s from Savannah down to Brunswick.
Oh my gosh.
World Chase Tag is the Pro League tournament for the planet's most intense new game, which takes the art of being hunted down to a whole new level. It is relentless and fiercely intense, with a chaser having just 20 seconds to get a hand on an invader.
He's done it! He has done it!
And there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Tuesdays at 7 on Peachtree Sports Network. The BSN Sports Georgia Elite Classic is sponsored by Ford. For great offers on F-150s, see your local Ford dealer. Personal Touch Lawn Care. The smallest details make the biggest difference. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Seatbelts save lives. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety reminds you to buckle up before every trip. The Atlanta Falcons. Rise up, Dirty Birds. And by the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office. Together, we can make a difference.
Welcome back, guys. Start the fourth quarter. Blue has the ball. 4th and 10. Big time down right here. Spence communicates with 2 receivers. Maddox Davis. He's looking. Throwing into Davis' way. He has him open. And he just misses him for the touchdown.
Goodness. My goodness. And one thing you want to learn as a young route runner, put your hands up last. Don't run where you slows you down just a little bit. Put your hands up last. But still shows the juice to 2 right here. Both of the 2, Caden Kent and
Maddox Davis.
Both have shown there. He just missed that one, man. But great job there. Had a shot, had a chance, and he's upset. Look, thinks he should have had it, but man, that's still great effort out of him.
Yes, it was. So Gold is going to take over. So we got A.J. Davis at quarterback now. Getting it to Legend Wilmot from Gainesville. Nice tackle right there. That's Asa Wall from John Millage Academy.
Yep. Like the name Legend. Man. Gotta have a little bit to you right there. That's good foreshadowing by your parents. They put that tag on you. That's a great name.
Right about that. Another, couldn't quite handle the snap. Pope jumps on it.
I can just about. quarter, and coaches have that kind of permission to you can play who you need to in the fourth quarter. So see if they go. See who they go with here.
I think if you're the blue team, you've seen the last drive, you just missed it by inches with Maddox Davis. You got to try to score that matchup again.
Yep. See where they go quarterback wise here.
Yep. It's going to be Baines Collins.
Yep. He had a couple good balls yesterday. Got the wind to his back this time.
It's like going to be a pitch.
Great play there by the linebacker. My
Simpson.
Goodness. Jake Smith again.
Yeah, coming up, nice stick right there from him.
Man, you talking about showing on the edge, a quick pitch, and he is all over that play. Second time night, remember he diagnosed that quick screen earlier in the game.
Sure did.
Got off the block, got up there, made a tackle, but he is instinctive. He sees it.
2nd and 15 now. Here he is. He's looking deep. He has him open. Davis, nice catch. Way to come back to the football by Davis to haul it in. And he's excited about that one, Rusty.
Yep. And you're right, Najeh. They went back to it. You said down, it's open series. See what they got. Collins just unloads one.
Underthrows him, too.
Underthrows a little bit. Still tracks it down.
Yep. Yeah, good job by the blue team going back to that matchup. Here we go.
Yeah, you don't want to go over there with Kent.
Looks like we got a false start, so that play's going to come back.
Prior to the snap, we have a false start. Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's going to move blue back. A 1st and 15. Yeah, I think you brought up a great point, Rusty. The two number twos making an impact.
Both of those guys have. You wear that low single digit, you better have a little something to you.
Yes.
And there's Caden Kent and Maddox Davis. Those two certainly doing the number 2 well. Packed house. Starting to get in here.
It is. I think that nightcap rush is going to be a lot of fun.
I hope the weather holds because that freshman-sophomore game is going to be the real deal.
Loaded. Here's Collins. He escapes. Moves to his left. And the defense lays a hit. My goodness. No signal from the ref.
That should be incomplete, my opinion.
They're giving him the ball. That is Luke Stone, Pierce County, on the recovery. Lays the big hit to the quarterback. They're discussing it now.
Referees.
Okay, here we go.
Yep, good view here, too. See if he just throws it at him. Yeah, that's an incomplete pass. Yeah, should be incomplete pass. Yep. And unlike other games, the referees did take a peek at the scoreboard. Should get that right. Yeah, so. Wait a minute. They're throwing a flag. Yeah, they're going to throw a flag.
There's the challenge.
Yep.
We have a challenge on the play, whether it was a forward pass.
Yep, and right on cue, you can see your guys with the replay, him moving to his left. Great initial pressure right there. Making him scamper right there. Boom, hits off his helmet. Big time hit right there.
Yeah, they see it immediately. See? I mean, that's.
After further review, it was an incomplete pass.
That's right.
Third down.
No, and I love that, Rusty. That was so quick to the point, Chris.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
Stayed with the call. Stayed with the call. Made him challenge, and then you got to take a good look at it. But
love that.
And every high school coach in the state of Georgia is going, why can't we have that in every game, but we don't also have a video board with live replay. So that's not possible yet. It worked in the state championship games. It was fantastic. Thought it was great.
I agree.
Did a great job in Mercedes-Benz with that.
Yeah, and he got a chance to debut in Corky Kell this year.
Yep, did a great job. We got a chance to test it at Corky Kell, and then once it was over with, we were able to implement it at the state championships. And kudos to everyone involved, Dr. Hines, referee association, everybody involved with that, because it was a fantastic. I think they labeled it as 4 critical plays, what they call, and it changed the calls, which were right. And that's what you need to have in a state championship game.
100% right. Too much on the line.
A little confusion on the formation here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the call.
Go back to
Robinson at quarterback.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There he is. Direct QB snap. They snuff it out. Great tackle right there. That's Luke Neighbors.
Tell you what, man. He's another one, too. He's got a nose for the football.
Making his impact felt.
Big stop there on 4th down.
Yes, it was. So, Rusty, I got to ask, what do you think either offense needs to do to be able to kind of punch it home? I mean, both defenses kind of flexed their muscle in this one, but what do you think they need to do to kind of be able to get some points on the board?
You know, I think right now, defensively, both up fronts have been able to stop. So if you've got a trick play in the bag, you know, just to get some momentum of explosive play. Unfortunately for the gold team, they're going into the win right now, so see that ball just kind of sailed on him.
It did. That was Hawkins there looking for Christian Edwards.
One thing that the gold team has been, I would say, kind of successful with Hawkins in is that quarterback power. Remember, they ran that late in the first half. They were able to seal the edge and kind of use him in the run game.
Yep.
So we want to see if they take this lead back here and maybe have a little quarterback power, a little bit of run with him, and see if he can move the chains that way. And there you go.
There he is. Looks like it'll be another nice game for him.
Yep.
A name I'm surprised they haven't targeted today is 7 Rashad, number 8 on the gold team for Buford. Good frame. Heard a lot of good things about him, but it hasn't really looked his direction too much. He definitely has a size matchup.
He's like a 6'3" kid, right? 6'4".
Yeah. All right, here we are, 3rd and 5. Hawkins hands it off to Carter. Like he is gobbled up. That is number 75, Lucas Roser from Marist.
And he has played a football game now. He has played a football game. I know Coach Chadwick and those guys will be excited about getting him into high school. Great season by Marist. Just ends. Got beat by the state champions, 13-7. And
did.
I don't know if my ears are still ringing from that Thomas County Central.
That horn.
Man, that thing.
I watched it on TV, Rusty.
I felt like I was front row at like an 80s heavy metal concert for 3 hours.
Timeout gold.
We got a timeout by
charge timeout
gold team.
Correction, first time charge timeout.
Listen our guy John McClellan, longtime PA announcer here in Rome, just named a press box after him this year, and he is rightfully so missing today. He's watching his granddaughter play basketball, I believe up in Union County at holiday tournament, and I think they're in the semifinals. And I was a little upset because his wife usually bakes a pound cake, and I'm talking from scratch pound cake. And he's not here today, so we're having to scrounge. So, John, if you watch this later on, we're going to have to double up on at Corky Kell next year. We're going to have 2 pound cakes to make up for that.
So here we go, Rusty. Big 4th and 8. Here's Hawkins.
I wonder if they do. I wonder if they give him a run-pass option here.
They should. And that's what it was there. Blue is there, trying to get it out to him, but again, the defensive pressure. Defensive lines are kind of teeing off here.
Yep, both these defenses have controlled this game, and that's usually, this is very indicative of like an early August where or spring practice where the defenses dominate the early on because the offense is so far behind, and that's just kind of the way it is right now. Another thing too, I mean, you see if there's any, like somebody break one, there's been great tackling.
Yes.
Shoot to the football. Those type things.
I think we've seen that in both middle school games.
I was just very impressed with the 7th grade.
Oh my goodness.
Those safeties.
Tatum.
Yes, those guys were coming downhill.
And it wasn't like a lot of times what we'll see, okay, like in college and NFL, it's just big hit. But these guys are wrapping up, short.
Tackle.
Yes.
One-on-one.
Yes.
When you're one-on-one in the hole and you come through your hips on a good form tackle.
Yes.
Been really good.
So here we go. Blue takes over. Have Tristan Robinson at quarterback. He's looking for Simpson. Skips it to him, not able to get it quite out there. Going to bring up a 2nd down. Starting to see the wind be able to kind of have an impact too, Rusty.
Yep. I tell you this, it's 5 minutes to go. I'm going to get a shot. I'm going to get one deep ball to Maddox Davis.
Yes.
I'm going to get Davis one more shot at this thing at least, I would think.
And I think if you're gold and you get the ball back, you got to do the same thing with Caden Kent too.
Yep.
All right, so here we go, 2nd down. Here's Robinson, direct snap. Defense is there. There's the pursuit from Neighbors. He moves to the right, creates some space. Big block right there.
Wow, and they got it blindside on 2. I believe they got it on Maddox Davis.
And like I said, that was against Isaiah Knowles.
Yep, I believe they got it on Davis coming back in. That was a shot.
Yes, it was.
Personal foul. Blindside block on the offense. 15 yards in the previous spot. 2nd down.
Got a player down. You're going to see right, what's on the top of your screen, you're going to see pursuit right here. Yeah, caught him. Tell you what, you also saw Coach Biggins there for the blue team. He came all the way across the field to check on the other team's player.
Yes, he did. Love to see that. Here's Robinson getting out to the right, looking downfield. He has somebody, but the pressure's there. He makes a move in a spin, but is tackled down. Neighbors there combines on the stop. Here it is again. Good job right here, making them initially miss. And Shivers right there with the sack. Defensive line's taking over in this one. right, so 3rd and long now. So we got Bodie Spence and the big arm back in the game. Off coverage right now. So we got Kent on the opposite side playing press. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And here's Spence. He's looking deep, has the arm, and just overshoots Davis on the play. Nearly misses him. So it's up a 4th down and likely a punt for the blue team. He's looking in that direction again, just couldn't quite connect. He's going to set up a 4th and 28 blue. Gold is going to get the ball back. Possession starting to become very limited now. Might be their last possession. And there's the kick. Is down by Lewis, Carson Lewis from Campbell. So here we go.
There's no overtime. I checked out there to make sure. So both teams are aware, no overtime. And
so another game, Rusty, down to the wire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's not going to be good for the Graham now. We got a tie. Somebody's got to win this thing.
And I see the blue has made an adjustment. They have Simpson on Caden Kent.
Yes. And it's 1-on-1.
Yes, it is. Get the ball out. Nice form tackle right there from Simpson. So set up a 2nd and 13 now for Gold. With time dwindling down. Gonna have a handoff. It's gonna be Chapman. Limited gain right there. Good pursuit again from the blue.
It'd be interesting if the blue can get the ball back, because they were telling me last night at dinner they felt like their kicker can be good from about 30, 35, maybe 40, and then he's going to have the wind behind him. Then you cannot rush the kicker. So wouldn't that be something if we had about a 30 or 40-yard attempt here with the wind to win an 8th grade All-Star game?
All right, the 2-minute warning.
Incredible, and we are now at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 13, a critical play for both teams in deciding who wins the game. Rusty, who's just stood out to you so far in the game?
Obviously, we talked about the twos, and Caden Kent, and you look at Maddox Davis. Also think that Christian Williams, big 55 defensive lineman. You look at Bryce Hurst, 72 defensive lineman out of Grayson. I think that Lucas Rosser,
yes,
Maris, has been a really good defensive lineman.
And all right, you guys can see the Gatorade Offensive Player of the Game, Caden Kent, made some special plays there throughout this game, especially in the first half. See his ability to be able to separate and just kind of come up with those clutch plays for his team. But here we go. Will they go to him on 3rd and 13? We're going to find out. Trace Hawkins is in the game. He's looking back to snap. He's looking that way. He has him. He's throwing in Kent's direction. He's pulled.
Oh, he almost got it at the end.
And no flag on the play. Wow.
Yeah, the fan didn't like that one.
No. And if you look at the replay, it was tugged there a little bit at the end.
Hawkins unloads this.
We have a challenge on the field.
They can't challenge a pass interference.
Huh? No challenge, right? fourth down. Fourth down.
Yeah, they wanted the challenge.
You can't do it, though.
The flag, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, you cannot challenge that.
Look at it. He wanted to.
Yep. He did.
Punt.
This is the part where they forget. It's an all-star game. That competitive juice is coming out. I get it. Now, look, we're going to have a chance here with this kicker. They can get him. See what this kick is. Keith's about to kick into the wind.
Oh.
Need to catch it. All right.
Yeah, they got a shot, Rusty.
Got a chance here.
49-yard line. Yeah, and if you're gold on that last, and the defensive player of the game, Maddox Davis, number 2.
Actually, I'm gonna correct that. Maddox Davis is the offensive player of the game. So Caden Kent was the defensive player of the game. But Maddox Davis, young man, caught a bunch of balls, did a really good job. Young man out of Walton, wide receiver. And then Caden Kent played both sides of the ball, but defensively, he was a guy that really stood out to us. So make sure we get that correct so I don't have moms.
They're going to flood your Twitter account.
I don't get reached out on that. So
they're like, Rusty, what happened?
Both those young men earned it, though. Good job.
All right, here we go. Bodie Spence in.
Bodie can throw this thing now.
He sure can. Right. Oh, another botch snap. Gives it to the running back. And that is sniffed out. Looks like he's trying to get it to Solomon James, excuse me.
Solomon James on the carry.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout by Gold.
Yeah, and I believe here you got to think you got to get 20, 25 minimum.
Yes, to have a shot.
Yeah. See what they dial up here. Again, no overtime, so they understand they got to play for the win.
Yes, they do.
They're going to roll coverage to 2. I'm pretty sure.
Look, he's singled up right now.
He's singled up.
See if that safety rotates over.
They've been in this 3-by-1 for a while.
Yes, they have. Here's Spitz. It's open for Dig. He throws it to Wansley. He comes down with it.
Look at here.
And
Look
he's
at
going.
here. Look at here.
And he's going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
What a play right on cue. It's Wansley, a player I told you, Rusty, very, very good. And he finds him over the middle of the field. I was surprised he didn't take the dig there.
Yes.
To Davis. Let's look at the replay.
Kent stays in there and delivers a strike.
And look at him turn into the big play. This is the play of the game by Smart, local 85.
How about that?
What a play.
Well, we waited 4 quarters to get an explosive, and we got one.
We finally got one.
When it mattered.
At the end of the game.
Great throw by Spence. Catch and run after the ball, after the catch for the touchdown.
Yes, it was. And the kick is good.
He got a leg on him.
Yeah, you can see it.
I'm thinking as soon as he catches that ball, they're in field goal range.
Yes.
Well, they had other ideas.
No. They say we're not going to wait on the kick.
We're going to try to win that kick.
And here's the scoring summary presented by Georgia Army National Guard. 2 plays, 52 yards. So you have a 55-yard receiving touchdown. I think the point you brought up, Rusty, was they rolled coverage there over to Davis, and I left him one-on-one, and he was able to kind of exploit it and take advantage of it.
Yeah, they were in that 3-by-1 for most of the second half. And that kid, he'll never, his parents will never forget that one.
Yes.
Hard to get those kind of game winners, maybe. Senior team starting to warm up.
That would be a fun one.
That's going to be all these afternoon. There will be some grown man games.
Yes. All right, and here is the Georgia Elite Classic scoreboard presented by Ford. Built Ford Tough. First game, 14-13 win for the 7th grade gold. And now we have a 14-7 for the 8th grade in the 4th quarter. Last drive for the gold. And coming up, as Rusty mentioned, the seniors and then the juniors and then freshmen and the sophomores. So it's been some great games to start. The middle schools are showing us defense still exists.
Yeah, yes. Listen, these middle school teams, the way they've been tackling,
yes.
I hope the guys, we got our teams over at the Forum downtown. They're watching the games on the big screen, which is really cool. So I know those guys are excited to watch these young kids.
Yes, they are. And finally kind of targeting the direction of 7 Rashad there. And that quarterback is Knox Westmoreland. Excuse me, Harris Turner.
Harris Turner, yeah.
Well, they definitely got playmakers, Rusty, to make a big play here.
Listen, the way the days went, the way I've seen these guys this week, look at this D-line.
Goodness, I think that's Rosser again.
Rosser again, man. They got it for a flag. They got it for a flag. And
Central Brown.
That's a loss of down.
It is. That's huge.
We'll give away a couple of awards here after the game. And Rosser was not one of those, but he is certainly worthy of a mention because he's had a great football game out of Marist.
Yes, he has. Been all over the field. TFLs, big-time play right there.
Want to give a quick shout-out to Class 2024, Sammy Brown, State Player of the Year, played in this game twice. Daniel Calhoun, who's at the University of Georgia now, he's practicing the Orange Bowl today, played in this game twice. KJ Bolden, 5-star, played in this game. A lot of those kids played in this game right here on this field as freshmen and sophomore, and really fun group to cover. Jeremy Heklinski, all those guys.
Yes, and here's Harris here on the scamper. Waits till the last minute to throw it and falls just short for nails, but we got a flag on the play.
Yeah, they worked that ref for that one. They worked him for that one.
Pulled and twisted him that time.
Pulled and twisted him that time.
Pass interference on the defense. Now, Rusty, you've been down on the field. I'm seeing a lot of the fans really quickly. They're bringing blankets.
It's
and
getting, listen, it's
third down in the box.
Getting there.
Yeah. I told those parents this morning, no one will ever challenge the love you have for your kid. I'm telling you right now, it's frosty. But again, we had this in McEachern one year, and it was pouring down rain for an entire day. And wow, just we really nothing we could do. You know what I mean? We had to do what we had to do, but certainly everybody will take this cold over what those kids went through that day. timeout. Interesting there. Stay tuned as this one's over. I have a couple quick interviews, and we'll get right into this senior game. We'll give Najeh a break. Let him refuel. Najeh, I'm going to need you on the field this next game now. Get that blood flowing a little bit.
Yes, sir. I got you. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Less than 30 seconds. And takes a sack.
Man, cannot take a sack. Got to get up and spike the ball. Got to roll it. Got to spike the ball right here. They're telling him to get up. Get set, though.
It's Joshua Evans there. 15. Spikes it. With 3rd down. I can't say Rusty. I have called a couple games, a couple different people, but I think I've enjoyed the most calling it with you so far.
I appreciate it, man.
Definitely a lot of fun. You definitely know your stuff.
Well, I don't get paid for my writing skills. I can assure you that. I've been doing it a while, man. I go back every now and then. I'll listen to the first couple of times I was ever on TV, and it's cringy. Man, it's like, oh, man, it takes a while. But,
yeah,
doing a good job, Najeh. A lot of passion for it. Enjoying watching your career.
Thank you.
I got to pass it off you young bucks sometime.
Here's Turner. He has Rashad open, goes across his body, and is barely picked off. Woo!
Yeah, I thought that might be it. Yep, clock's over.
Yep.
Big win by the Blue there.
Yep, big win by the Blue. Big time play by Wansley to win it, the game-winning touchdown. And that is all she wrote. We'll have more coverage coming up. That is the final 14-7 Blue win. I'm Najeh Wilkins, Rusty Mansell. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
This is a Peachtree Sports Network weather update, powered by Atlanta News First.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Cutter Martin with your Peachtree Sports Network forecast update.